Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time you guys are watching this video. I said when I started this channel that when I started doing videos, I said that I was not going to do political videos or videos on race or anything like that. But this Ahmaud thing is just hitting so personal. It's hitting feelings that I didn't know I had. And I realized as a black man, there's no way of getting around not talking about this. There's no way of getting around expressing how I feel and expressing the feeling that you have. Just the all around feeling of oppression. And it's because I grew up with it all my life. And it's so personal to me that when I grew up with it all my life, it's almost I almost feel like these things were expected of me. How can I explain it? My run-ins with the police, and it felt like, y'all, I don't even know how to express this. I don't even know how to express it. Because everything that black people that you go to, that you see in the movies, I have experienced personally. Personally. I've experienced all of it. The N word, the that look that you get when you go into the store. I've been followed. I've had security called on me. I have even jogged and have two incidences when I was jogging. When I was younger and I was jogging, that's almost like Ahmaud. Not only that, but I've had incidences that I have gotten in trouble with the police, just like the Central Park 7. I was running down the street and some police or some kids or something jumped out on me. The exact same thing happened to me then, and it's so personal to me. Even let's just go and take it to, so I don't jump around. There has been several people that influenced me to want to do YouTube videos, even though I've been doing YouTube videos way back when. They can go back 11 years I was doing it, but they made me want to jump back into getting it. And they do pretty much urban exploration, and they hunt ghosts and stuff, and they go into abandoned houses and all that kind of stuff. And they inspired me. They gave me inspiration to want to start doing videos again. Who the fuck is this guy looking at? They gave me inspiration to want to start doing videos again. And hold on, y'all. Let me get back at this. This guy's just staring at me. Hold on, y'all. I had to take care of business real quick. Okay, back to what I was saying. Sorry about that. I mean, I'm talking, and from, you see here on the other side of the window, guy was just staring at me, all in my fucking mouth. Oh, goodness, what is you looking at? Sorry, y'all. I know, but this what I was saying when I started my channel. They do urban exploration. What they do is they go to abandoned houses, and they go inside abandoned houses, and they hunt ghosts. And most of the time they just go into houses and and explore. And people, especially in Europe, people just be when they leave their houses, they just be leaving stuff there. Everything just be there. It's like a time machine. And it's just you can go in the house and people ain't been living there in 30 years. It's just that type of thing. But anyway, it got me into really wanting to do videos and really wanting to do my channel. But even that issue, from what I'm saying, is I can't even do that. I can't even do that. I can't explore. I can't go to abandoned places and go in with a camera like they do. I can't go in the neighborhoods and break in the. I don't give a fuck if it's been abandoned for 100 years. A black guy with a fucking object in his hand, with a hoodie on, or anything like that they be having, with the oxygen mask on, because it be asbestos and stuff, so they be wearing that. If I do anything close to what they'll be doing, I wouldn't last a week. And that's the kind of privilege I'm talking about. I can't even do what they do. I can't do that shit. Anybody that look like me cannot do that shit. And that's the privilege. They get to go around. They go to China, Europe, all these other places, America, everywhere, anywhere they want to fucking go. Find abandoned places, break the fuck in, and videotape the whole fucking thing. And they have the privilege to do that kind of shit. I cannot go close to doing anything like that. And they don't understand. I'm tired of giving white people the pass to say they don't understand. They understand the privileges that they have. They just don't give a fuck. If you was born and you had extra privileges unbeknownst to other people, would you really care? Especially if you're the type of person who just want to get on with your day. Would you give a flying fuck? Probably not. And that's not giving them a pass on the shit, because if you see wrong, I'm the type of person, I can't stand seeing wrong. I can't just sit in a room and somebody beating the shit out of a woman or a child or something like that if it's just outright wrong. Don't get me wrong, I'm not one of them people that's just they really got to be fucking their kid up, you know what I'm saying? Really fucking them up. And I'm not going to just sit there and just watch them beating the shit out of a kid, or they really got to be fucking their women up too, because these chicks nowadays, man, that's a whole nother story. But this dude was jogging. If you don't understand who Arbery was, he was a black guy in Georgia. He was jogging, and he was going 5 miles. He lived within a 5-mile radius. He was jogging 2.5 miles from his house, went down a white neighborhood, and this white man and his son saw him jogging, and they so-called was having break-ins in the area. So-called was having break-ins in the area, and they saw him, and they said he fit the description, which was black. That's the fucking description, black. So they took it upon themselves, a father and son, to jump in a goddamn car and ambush this man and kill him. They thought that they had the right to go, and one of the father was an ex-cop. I don't give a fuck if you're a recent cop. And that's the problem, is white people policing black people. It's the problem. Don't police us. If you ain't got the authority, don't do it. Don't police us. They thought that they could just jump in the car, chase this motherfucker down, apprehend him, and do a citizen's arrest with shotguns and shit. 3 cars ambushed this motherfucker. And because he fought back, they said he didn't apply with their demands, with their commands. Like they had the fucking authority. He fought for his life and they ended up killing the guy. Now, I can so much relate to this shit because I've had incidents happen. The one that had happened before, and I got to talk about this. I don't know how long this video going to be, but don't nobody watch my fucking videos anyway, so it don't fucking matter. But this one video, this one incident that happened in my life, I've got to mention it. I got to talk about it because it really put me through, and it really speaks volumes to what we go through as black people. And you know how I like to do. I like to go to the actual scene when I talk about it. Talk about the issue. So let me take you there. It's early in the morning. I'm just not getting my breakfast. So let me get my shit together, and let me take you to the scene, and let me tell you actually what happened there. Now come in. Now this is my man's block right here. This is where he stayed, and he would walk down towards my house, which was approximately 2 blocks that way. 2 blocks that way. So he would just cross the street here and go down that way to come get me. Not far. Not far. And this is Finkel. This is the route that we used to take walking to school. And this area here is funny because Brightmoor, even though this is hood, this is deep hood, there is white people that lives here. Case in point right here. There's white people that's here that lives out in Brightmoor. So you know I've been dealing around different races all my life. And this is the route that we used to take going to my middle school right here. And again, it's the hood, but there's white people that lives in this area too. I mean, there's like full streets full of white folks over here in this area. This is my school. The place that I used to love to skip at, man. I used to love skipping this motherfucker. I hated this. Murphy Middle School. I mean, it looked pretty ran down right now. I don't even know if it's still open. Looks like it's pretty much ran down. Yeah, we used to skip here every day and walk right back to the house, back down this way, and we used to walk through white neighborhoods. So you know, I've dealt with this kind of shit for the longest. The school looks so ran down. I got this bullet thing over. I guess they did close the school. I guess they closed this damn school. I didn't even know the school was closed, but this was my stomping ground. This is where we skipped school and where that incident happened. We were skipping this day. Went to my house, and we stayed in the house playing video games the entire day, and until it was time for us to go home. Left out the house. Playing around, running down the street, just playing around, man. We was just playing around, and we happened to dip into the alley. We always went to that alley for one reason or another. We ended up dipping into that alley. After going into that alley, man, and I came out the other end, I was surrounded by the police. They said I was stealing cars, and I was in the suburbs. That I stole a purse from a woman. They said I stole a purse from a woman and stole her car. And it was a police chase, and I ditched the vehicle in one of the neighborhoods and was running down the street. They totally mistook me for somebody else. Totally mistook me for somebody else. And the funny thing about that is I had on some weird colors that day. I had on cross colors. If y'all remember cross colors from back in the day, I had on some lime green pants and some red, green, and yellow shirts. How do you mistake that for somebody? Who the fuck else got that on? But apparently some nigga that day woke up and shopped at the same place I shopped at. But it was total bullshit. They just wanted to snatch a young kid and charge him with some horrific shit. Now if I'd have got charged with that, that'd have been stuck on my record forever. I'd have been for car theft, juvenile. They didn't give a fuck. They didn't have no regard for my life because I was a young black kid. They had no regard. You want to know how this shit got resolved? Through God. God. They let me and my mama out that day. We walked out the place. My mama was like, he don't even know how to drive. They laughed at us. They told us to expect a call from the prosecutor. The prosecutor will be calling us. They're going to set up a court date for my hearing. And then all that, they just wait on a phone call is what they told me. Just wait on a phone call. And you know what happened? Phone call never came. Never came. They never pursued the case. They never nothing. Because they knew they was wrong. God was on my side. But this specific day, once again, we were skipping. And this is my old stomping ground. This is my old block right here. And my house is down towards that way. About maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 houses that way. And my brother was coming home. So we had stepped out the house. We had just stepped out the house. And we had spent the whole day. And I believe this was like coming to a weekend. We spent the whole day. So we coming down the block now. We running right down this block. You know, kind of like playing tag, you know, like what kids do. We just running. You know, we got to hurry up and get him home because he at my house. So we got to get him home. So his house is over towards that way. So we running down the street here, coming down the street running. And there's a damn dog out right there. That ain't no dog, that's a pit. That's a big motherfucker too. So we coming down this way. And we get the fucking running. Now back then, you see they got payment down now. Back then, it wasn't no payment. It was all rocks. This was all rocks and shit. And we running down this alley right here. Top speed. Playing with each other. You know, not trying to do no other kind of shit. Just playing with each other. Yeah, it's a big fucking pit. And we get down here towards the end. We get down here towards the end. And as I get to the end of the alley, the police jump out on me. The police jump out on us. Let me show you where that happened at. We get right here. Right at the end of this roller wheel. This is a skating ring right here. We get right here at the end of this roller wheels right here. And the police coming down this street jump out on me right here. They jump out on me. They grab me by my pants buckle and throw me up on a car. And it's about 10 of them. It's we don't know where these cop cars came from. It's about 10 police cars lined up here. They grab me, threw me on the hood, started roughing me up. Then one of the cops came out. One of the white cops come around and started yelling at me. You ain't see me? You ain't hear me tell you to stop? You gonna keep on running? You gonna act like you ain't see me? Now keep in mind, we had just came out the house. We had just came out the house and we were skipping all day. We don't know what the fuck they talking about. But they mistaken me or penning me for some shit somebody else did. And me and my friend, we like, wait a minute. We just came out the house, sir. We just came out the house, sir. We don't know what you're talking about. We just came out the house. Trying to convince his ass that I'm innocent and I just came out the house and I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. It wasn't like we could say, hey, I was just skipping school, sir, and we just came out the house because I was skipping school. They end up roughing me up. They end up taking me down to the precinct and they end up booking me for armed robbery. They let my friend go, and I told my friend, look, hey man, call my mom. Call my mom. I mean, at this point, I'm already in trouble. I mean, I'm in the most trouble I've ever been in my entire life. I'm in more trouble than I can handle at this point. They got me for robbing somebody in Livonia, in a suburban city, and I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing at all. And they roughed me up, brought me to the precinct. I'm sitting in the precinct, and I mean, it's just like The Wire. They sitting in there telling me how I went up to some woman, some old white woman, robbed her purse and stole her car, ditched the car, and started running down the street. Now, back then, one of the detectives who was explaining the whole thing, because he done got the rundown from the cop, that this some shit I did, and I'm fighting for my life, because I've never done this. I've never seen this, people. I've never seen none of this happen. And I'm telling him, look, because back then people was wearing cross colors. And I was, look, the jeans I got on, it's too tight. It's too fitted for me to be jumping fences like y'all saying. Look, and a detective came around, felt my pants, and felt that my pants was tight, but they drilled me. They kept on drilling me, kept on drilling me, and kept on drilling me, and kept on drilling me. They kept on doing it. And here, this is the front of the roller wheels. This is the Detroit roller wheels. Now, this is the front of the roller wheels. Now, I'm bringing this up because with Arbery, what black men go through all the time. I mean, I sit there and I'm thinking about this shit. This is something I've dealt with in the culture all the time. Here, now, this is the neighborhood skating ring. We used to come down here when the skating ring let out. And the police would sit here and wait for all the little black kids to come down here. And when the black kids would come around here, they would, because we were sagging our pants. And I don't want to hear nothing about, well, y'all shouldn't have been sagging pants, and y'all shouldn't have been, white boys sag their pants too. And at the same time, it's the culture. You know what kids do. You know how we do. Now, I'm a grown man, I don't sag my pants no more. But back then, we was children. That do not give them the right to pick us up by our fucking drawers and give us super wedgies and throw us up against the cars. Purposely humiliating us for no reason. This was so much of the culture that we expected them to do it. We didn't even ask them, why are y'all harassing me? Why are y'all doing this? Why are y'all doing that? It was so much of the culture that we just allowed them to do it. As a kid, that's how I grew up. I grew up on the opposite side of the police, thinking that this is just the way things are. It's been times where I've jogged. See, this is a weird neighborhood because within this neighborhood, even though there's black people, there's sections here that white people live in. White people live in these sections. Like right down the street down here, there's some white people that live down in these houses, in these areas. And when I would jog, I would always get the look like you do not belong. Y'all don't understand how much of a culture problem this is for black men. For black people, period. I mean, I said I wasn't going to do this on my channel. I said I wasn't going to come out and be political or do this type of stuff in my channel. But it's gotten to the point where I have to. I got to speak on it. I can't be quiet. And plus the fact, you know how to think about it. Don't nobody watching my shit no way. Ain't nobody watching my videos no goddamn way. So I might as well speak on something. This real. This is a real issue. This is a real problem. And we have got to come together, black people, for this kind of shit. And any white people that's watching this, I'm not spitting hate. Once white people see this shit and they always see a black man taking up for the things that's right for him, they always assume that we out here trying to spit hate. And we out here trying to, they hate to see us come together. They hate to see us rally. But they the ones with the military. They the ones with the militia. They the ones walking down the street with AK-47s. That's them doing that. If we come close to doing that, you know they shoot us dead. They would shoot us dead. But this is where I was, y'all. You understand what I'm saying? I was skipping school that day. Understand? I was doing something I wasn't supposed to do. And that's the gray area when it comes to a lot of black kids, is how they try to get you is they try to get you with, you were doing something you wasn't supposed to do. And a lot of black kids is caught up in shit we not supposed to do. And that still come down to systemic racism, because the reasons why we out here in the streets anyway is because of the things that we lack from the house, from the things that we don't have in the house because of oppression and all that kind of shit. And like I say, y'all, when I was coming up as a kid, being harassed by the police was a part of my culture. That was a part of the culture. I mean, I would come up here, man. I would come up here to the roller wheels. It's right down the street from my school. I mean, my school is down here too. It's right down at my elementary school. It's right down here from my house. I would come here every weekend, and these police would harass me. Harass me. I'm telling you, they would wait for us to come down there. And they would line us up again. It was like damn near day to day. They would line us up against the wall, frisk us for no fucking reason, pulling our pants down. If we sag, and they'll pull our pants all the way down, so ain't nothing but draws, just to humiliate us. And they don't have reasons to do all this, people. Understand that. They do not have reasons to do all this. They just doing that shit. They just doing it. And that's one thing I cannot stand, is when a white person feel like they can police you. Like they feel like they got the right to just come up and harass and police anybody they want to. That is not how it works. That young man was jogging, they should have called the police. If he fit a description, then they should have called the police and gave the police the goddamn description. Because you know what happened now? Is now they killed the innocent man who was jogging, and the person that was doing all the robbing and stealing is still out there doing the robbing and stealing. He's still doing the robbing and stealing. When they say you fit the description, the only description they have is that it's a black man. That's it. A black man. And you got to understand, we grow up with this shit. We grow up with this kind of shit. That's why I was like, I want to do YouTube. And I was like, I want to do videos. And I want to do videos just like my mans do. Like the guy I look up and do videos. His name is Omar. His channel name is Omar Gosh. Omar Gosh, he got two channels. One is called The Omar Gosh, and the other one is Omar Gosh TV. He do vlogs, and he do like scary stuff. But it's a group of them, and they all go to abandoned places and abandoned houses and investigate and explore abandoned places, breaking in most of them. I can't do that. People, I can't do that. I can't do that kind of YouTube. I can't break in houses. I can't go into abandoned places. I can't go into any place that says no trespassing. And I don't give a fuck if it's been abandoned for 100 years. They see a black man looking like me, braids and tattoos, going anywhere, they're going to shoot first. Shoot first. I don't give a fuck if I didn't have braids or tattoos. Me being a black man and carrying a camera, Anything a black man hold, they gonna see it as a weapon. Come on, y'all. And I'm not trying to get on here and rant. I'm trying to get on here and talk junk. But I'm trying to get on here and I just felt like I had to say something. Because this is hitting so close to home with me that I had to speak on it. You know, I had to speak on it. I remember that situation. And my mama, that had me and my mama shook because I thought I was about to do some real time. When I was going through this, I was sitting up, I used to daydream because what happened is after my mama came up there, after they have arrested me, they took me down to the station and they harassed me for about 4 hours. And then they sat up there and they waited for my mama. The thing was with that is they wasn't even supposed to talk to me until my mama was there because I was a minor. They did it anyway. And then when they went up there and when they got up there, they pretended like they didn't talk to me. They pretended like they didn't talk to me. They told me to sit in the back room and be quiet. Don't say nothing to my mama. They didn't give a shit if I told my mama once we walked out the building. But they told me to sit there and be quiet once my mama got there. Don't talk to your mama, don't say nothing. And I sat there. I was quiet. I thought I was fighting for my life, y'all. I'm fighting for my life. They end up letting my mama go. And my mama was telling them he couldn't possibly have stolen the car. He doesn't even know how to drive. And I didn't. I didn't know how to drive yet. You know, they chuckled, they laughed at my mama. They laughed at my mama and said, yeah, he don't know how to drive. That's why we pulled him over. Because he wasn't driving right. That's why you pulled me over, because I wasn't driving right? Or you pulled me over because you said I stole a purse from a white woman in Livonia? It had me and my mama shook, y'all. Me and my mama was shook. I was skipping school like a sparrow, but after that, I started going to school. Started walking the straight and narrow. I think the Lord put you through some things to correct you. But the issue is, all this stuff that's been going on with black people, I have myself experienced it. It has been, when I was a child, it has been a part of my culture. It was a part of my culture. I was harassed by the police so much that I didn't think about rights. I didn't think that I had any kind of rights. I thought the police, I thought it was their job, was to mess with me. I thought that's what their job was to mess with me. I didn't think I had no rights, y'all. Now I'm not gonna make this long rant and just senselessly talking about anything. But you're gonna see more videos like this. This one is just put together. It's just my thoughts going, and I'm just rambling and complaining at my thoughts. I'm not really going nowhere for real specific with this. I just had to speak on this guy jogging because it's a mess, and it's getting worse. And all these people out here with Trump, and we gotta understand, Trump ain't the issue. Trump ain't the only problem. This problem was there before Trump. It was there before Trump, and when Trump get the fuck out of office, it's going to be there after. It's just that having a good old boy in the White House makes it easier for them. Y'all, we black people have to unite. We got to stay together. We can't be out here playing. It's getting dangerous, and it's getting way more messed up. It's getting way more messed up. Come on, y'all. We got to stick together. I'm not going to keep y'all. I'm getting hoarse. This DC Freaks, and I had to speak on this thing with the jogger because it's on my mind, it's on my heart. I thank y'all for watching the video and basically hearing me rant and fuss about everything. And y'all look out for my next video, even though y'all ain't watching these videos anyway. I don't even know why I'm doing the outro. But I'm making the videos because I enjoy them. I like making them. I like watching them, regardless who is watching. But peace to y'all, and I see y'all on the next time.